Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Remove by passing through a filter. Filter out the impurities. Pass through. Run or flow slowly, as in drops or in an unsteady stream. An electrical device that alters the frequency spectrum of signals passing through it. Device that removes something from whatever passes through it. Remove by passing through a filter. Filter out the impurities. Remove by passing through a filter. The product of filtration, a gas or liquid that has been passed through a filter. Remove by passing through a filter. An intense or violent exertion. Difficulty that causes worry or emotional tension. She endured the stresses and strains of life. Cause to be tense and uneasy or nervous or anxious. Test the limits of. Become stretched or tense or taut. The rope strained when the weight was attached. A succession of notes forming a distinctive sequence. The act of singing. Remove by passing through a filter. Separate by passing through a sieve or other straining device to separate out coarser elements. Use to the utmost. Exert vigorously or to full capacity. Don't strain your mind too much. Biology. A group of organisms within a species that differ in trivial ways from similar groups. A new strain of microorganisms. A special variety of domesticated animals within a species. He created a new strain of sheep. The general meaning or substance of an utterance. To exert much effort or energy. Straining our ears to hear. An effortful attempt to attain a goal. Rub through a strainer or process in an electric blender. Alter the shape of something by stress. Psychology, nervousness resulting from mental stress. His responsibilities were a constant strain. Injury to a muscle, often caused by overuse, results in swelling and pain. Physics, deformation of a physical body under the action of applied forces. Permeate or penetrate gradually. Pass through. Gain or regain energy. Cause, a solvent, to pass through a permeable substance in order to extract a soluble constituent. Prepare in a percolator. Percolate coffee. Spread gradually. Light percolated into our house in the morning. The product of percolation. Spread or diffuse through. An atmosphere of distrust has permeated this administration. Penetrate mutually or be interlocked. Pass through. Water permeates sand easily. Become clear or enter one's consciousness or emotions. Pass through. The propulsion of a ball by repeated taps or kicks. Saliva spilling from the mouth. Let or cause to fall in drops. Dribble oil into the mixture. Run or flow slowly, as in drops or in an unsteady stream. Reports began to dribble in. Flowing in drops. The formation and falling of drops of liquid. Let saliva dribble from the mouth. Propel. Dribble the ball. Run or flow slowly, as in drops or in an unsteady stream. Water trickled onto the lawn from the broken hose. Flowing in drops. The formation and falling of drops of liquid. Treat differently on the basis of sex or race. Act as a barrier between. Stand between. Have the connection undone, having become separate. Arrange or order by classes or categories. Become separated into pieces or fragments. Separate into parts or portions. Discontinue an association or relation. Go different ways. The couple separated after 25 years of marriage. Force, take, or pull apart. He separated the fighting children. Divide into two or more branches so as to form a fork. Make a division or separation. Go one's own way. Move apart. The friends separated after the party. Standing apart. Not attached to or supported by anything. A house with a separate garage. Mark as different. Come apart. The two pieces that we had glued separated. A separately printed article that originally appeared in a larger publication. A garment that can be purchased separately and worn in combinations with other garments. Divide into components or constituents. Independent, not united or joint. A problem consisting of two separate issues. Separated according to race, sex, class, or religion. Separate but equal. Enter a group or organization in order to spy on the members. Become clear or enter one's consciousness or emotions. She was penetrated with sorrow. Spread or diffuse through. Music penetrated the entire building. Pass into or through, often by overcoming resistance. The bullet penetrated her chest. Come to understand. Insert the penis into the vagina or anus of. Did the molester penetrate the child? Make one's way deeper into or through. The hikers did not manage to penetrate the dense forest. Having a hole cut through. A perforated eardrum. Pass into or through, often by overcoming resistance. Make a hole into or between, as for ease of separation. Perforate the sheets of paper. General line of orientation. The river takes a southern course. Construction. A layer of masonry. A course of bricks. A connected series of events or actions or developments. The government took a firm course. As might be expected. A mode of action. If you persist in that course you will surely fail. A body of students who are taught together. Education imparted in a series of lessons or meetings. He took a course in basket weaving. Move along, of liquids. A line or route along which something travels or moves. The course of the river. Facility consisting of a circumscribed area of land or water laid out for a sport. The course had only 9 holes. Hunt with hounds. He often courses hares. Move swiftly through or over. Part of a meal served at one time. She prepared a 3-course meal. Food for domestic livestock. Take in food, used of animals only. Profit from in an exploitatory manner. He feeds on her insecurity. Give food to. Introduce continuously. Feed carrots into a food processor. Provide with fertilizers or add nutrients to. Move along, of liquids. The Missouri feeds into the Mississippi. Gratify. Feed one's eyes on a gorgeous view. Feed into. Supply. Her success feeds her vanity. Provide as food. Serve as food for. Be the food for. This dish feeds 6. Support or promote. Something that resembles a flowing stream in moving continuously. The museum had planned carefully for the flow of visitors. Fall or flow in a certain way. Her long black hair flowed down her back. The monthly discharge of blood from the uterus of non-pregnant women from puberty to menopause. The semen begins to appear in males and to be emitted at the same time of life that the catamenia begin to flow in females. Move or progress freely as if in a stream. The crowd flowed out of the stadium. The amount of fluid that flows in a given time. Dominant course, suggestive of running water, of successive events or ideas. The flow of thought. The motion characteristic of fluids, liquids or gases. Undergo menstruation. The act of flowing or streaming, continuous progression. Move along, of liquids. Water flowed into the cave. Any uninterrupted stream or discharge. Be abundantly present. The champagne flowed at the wedding. Cause to flow. The artist flowed the washes on the paper. Cover or swamp with water. A small stream. Have a particular form. The story or argument runs as follows. Perform as expected when applied. Does this old car still run well? Compete in a race. He is running the marathon this year. Become undone. A row of unraveled stitches. She got a run in her stocking. A score in baseball made by a runner touching all 4 bases safely. The Yankees scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th. Run, stand, or compete for an office or a position. Who's running for treasurer this year? Come unraveled or undone as if by snagging. Her nylons were running. Direct or control. Projects, businesses, etc. She is running a relief operation in the Sudan. Extend or continue for a certain period of time. The film runs 5 hours. A race between candidates for elective office. He is raising money for a Senate run. Include as the content, broadcast or publicize. Pass over, across, or through. The act of testing something. Travel a route regularly. Carry out a process or program, as on a computer or a machine. Run a new program on the Mac. flee, take to one's heels, cut and run. If you see this man, run. Cause something to pass or lead somewhere. Have a tendency or disposition to do or be something, be inclined. These dresses run small. Stretch out over a distance, space, time, or scope. Run or extend between 2 points or beyond a certain point. Service runs all the way to Cranberry. The act of running, traveling on foot at a fast pace. He broke into a run. Cause to emit recorded audio or video. Keep company. The heifers run with the bulls to produce offspring. Change or be different within limits. Interest rates run from 5 to 10%. Deal in illegally, such as arms or liquor. Continue to exist. A race run on foot. She broke the record for the half-mile run. An unbroken series of events. Nicholas had a run of birdies. Reduce or cause to be reduced from a solid to a liquid state, usually by heating. The pouring forth of a fluid. American football. A play in which a player attempts to carry the ball through or past the opposing team. The defensive line braced to stop the run. Be diffused. These dyes and colors are guaranteed not to run. Move along, of liquids. Progress by being changed. Run through your presentation before the meeting. Pursue for food or sport, as of wild animals. The dogs are running deer. An unbroken chronological sequence. The play had a long run on Broadway. A regular trip. The ship made its run in record time. A short trip. Take a run into town. Be affected by, be subjected to. Run at temperature. Be operating, running or functioning. The car is still running, turn it off. Carry out. Run an errand. Cause an animal to move fast. Run the dogs. Cause to perform. Run a subject. Change from one state to another. Run amok. Cover by running. Run a certain distance. Make without a miss. Move about freely and without restraint, or act as if running around in an uncontrolled way. Who are these people running around in the building? Move fast by using one's feet, with one foot off the ground at any given time. Don't run, you'll be out of breath. Occur persistently. Musical talent runs in the family. Run with the ball, in such sports as football. Sail before the wind. Set animals loose to graze. The continuous period of time during which something, a machine or a factory, operates or continues in operation. The assembly line was on a 12-hour run. The production achieved during a continuous period of operation, of a machine or factory, etc. A daily run of 100,000 gallons of paint. Travel rapidly, by any, unspecified, means. She always runs to Italy, because she has a lover there. Unrestricted freedom to use. He has the run of the house. A device that produces or is powered by electricity. any clever maneuver. He would stoop to any device to win a point. An emblematic design, especially in heraldry. He was recognized by the device on his shield. An instrumentality invented for a particular purpose. The device is small enough to wear on your wrist. Any ornamental pattern or design, as in embroidery. Something in an artistic work designed to achieve a particular effect. Enter a group or organization in order to spy on the members. The student organization was infiltrated by a traitor. Pass through an enemy line, in a military conflict. Cause, a liquid, to enter by penetrating the interstices. Pass into or through by filtering or permeating. The substance infiltrated the material. Permeate or penetrate gradually. The fertilizer leached into the ground. Remove substances from by a percolating liquid. Leach the soil. The process of leaching. Cause, a liquid, to leach or percolate. A filter that passes frequencies below a certain value and attenuates frequencies above that value. A filter that passes frequencies above a certain value and attenuates frequencies below that value. A light soil consisting of siliceous diatom remains and often used as a filtering material. A light soil consisting of siliceous diatom remains and often used as a filtering material. A transparent filter that reduces the light, or some wavelengths of the light, passing through it. A filter in a sink drain. Traps debris but passes water. Filter consisting of a layer of sand or gravel for filtering water. A filter in the fuel line that screens out dirt and rust particles from the fuel. Glass fibers spun and massed into bundles resembling wool. A light soil consisting of siliceous diatom remains and often used as a filtering material.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.